Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we're looking at Divi 5 again today. We're looking at the slider module. I just wanted to check it out, and what I've done today, if I take my mouse off and it reanimates, so I'm just wanted to see if we can change the animation direction of the content. So as you see, we've got this flip animation on slide 4 there. Slide 1 is going to come in from the right side. Slide 2, when it comes along, is going to come in from the left. Slide 3 should slide up from the bottom. So the answer is basically yes, we can still do this, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. So let's get started. I've got this page open here with my builder enabled. Let's get rid of perhaps this row and we'll start from scratch. Okay, I've got an empty section at the top. I'm going to pop in a row. I'm going to put a single column in there, and funnily enough, we're going to use the slider module. Now by default, it puts in 2 slides. I don't know if you noticed that. If I flip it around one more time, the default animation is slide up from the bottom there. If I do that one more time, it's just sliding up from the bottom. And like I say, we can change it. I've got a list of codes we'll try out, or at least some of these today, and I'll put these down below for anybody who wants to copy and paste. But it's really easy to do. Let's just make this a little more interesting. By default, it cuts in a couple slides for you. I'm going to delete one of them there. I'm going to go into my slide and we'll just make it slightly more interesting. In the text up here, let's just call it slide 1. I'll leave everything else as it is. I'm just going to blend an image with that color purely to make this more interesting to watch. So I've gone down to background, always under content here. Third tab is image. I'll bang an image in there. I used one of these crazy cars before. Let's use that one again. And I'm going to blend it with the initial color that was in there by just rolling down a bit. Background image blend. I'm going to hit multiply. You can get some wonderful effects with the blend. Do play with it. Things like luminosity. I've used that many times before. And exclusion and difference. You can come up with some wonderful things. But today, multiply is going to work. Great. Now that title, let's just use what we've been using on the rest of the page, which is my Anton font. If I click on title font here, it should be up in my save. There it is right there. Fantastic. Okay, well, I'm happy with that. So let's go back to the main slider now. I'm just going to duplicate it 2 or 3 times so we can check out a few of these on an automatic slide. And we'll go into the second one. Funnily enough, slide 2. And on the background, let's just change out that color. Maybe a purple. Great. We'll do the same for slide 3. And again, we'll change out that color just so we can discern between them. Let's just make it red. And funny enough, slide 4, going to do exactly the same thing. And background, let's perhaps give this a green or something like that. Okay, so we've got 4 slides here. Let's turn on the automatic animation. Let's go back to our main slider. If I go over to design now, go down to the bottom, we can find animation. Roll down a little bit more, we got automatic animation. Now, a question that comes up all the time when I make sliders is people say, I haven't got automatic animation, it's not there. If you find that's the case, you're probably in one of your slides. So if I go into one of my slides, go to design, there's no animation at the bottom. If you find there's no animation there, just hit your back up here. So we're in the main slider, then go to design, animation, you'll find it down there. I'm going to pop it to on. I'm going to make it 5 seconds or 5,000 milliseconds. So we don't have to wait quite as long that way around. Now, as you can see, the default animation there is just sliding up from the bottom, which is okay, but you may want to mix it up a little bit. And before we get into that, I'm going to show you one more little tip that may or may not help you out. We've got, when it fades between the slides there's a slight flash. Now, one way of getting around it is to put a color in the row. Go into the row and down to background. Just throw in a black or something like that. It'll take that little flash away quite a bit. But what I'm going to do today is, as I'm using that same image on all of the slides, I'm going to put that same image in the back of the row. I think it was that one right there. That way, when it slides from one slide to the other, it's a lot smoother. I don't know if you can notice that, but I certainly can. looking at it now. Okay, well that's that. Our slide is working nicely. How do we change those directions of these animations here? Really easy. Let's go back into our slider, just click on it. Well, if we look at our code here, we got a fade right, or we got a fade in right. I'm going to use the fade in because it's a little bit more dramatic. So I'm going to copy that, Control C to copy. Okay, once we copied our code, if we want all our slides to do that, we can go into our main slider, Advanced, Custom CSS, over to Module Elements here. We need a roll down to Slide Description right here. I'm going to put my cursor in there, Control V to paste. And I'm going to paste that in there. It's working. Occasionally you may not see it actually function on the back end as with slide 2. It should be doing all of these slides. But on the front end it will work. Let's just make sure that's true by saving the draft. And we'll go ahead and preview. There's our little slider. As you can see, first one sliding in from the left. They should all slide in, from the right to the left. As you can see, slide 2, slide 3, perfect. And slide 4 coming up, magic. Now, what if you wanted them to be different on each slide? Well, that's very easy to do too. We can do that extremely easily. If we go back here, I'm sure some of you figured it out. Let's take that away. Remember, we're in our main slider here. Control X to cut that. Now, if we go into the actual slides themselves under content, say our first slide, we want to slide in from the right. We're going to do exactly the same thing. Advanced, Custom CSS, Module Elements. Down to the slide description. Make sure you go to description, not slide description container. Paste it in there. Once that's in there, go to my next slide by going back. Slide 2, Advanced, Custom CSS, Module Elements. You know where to go. Let's choose a different one. Let's perhaps have this one fade in left. Let's paste it in there. Fantastic. You know what to do for the rest. Slide 3. We'll have this one come up from the bottom perhaps. Advanced, Custom CSS, Module Elements. Slide description, Control V to paste. Fantastic. And perhaps our fourth slide, we'll have it flip in. I've got animation flip in X, or you also got flip in Y. Control C copy. Slide 4. Advanced, Custom CSS, Module Elements. Slide description, Control V to paste. There we have it. Now if we save and take a look on the front end. And we'll preview one more time. We should have a different animation on this. That's in from the right, in from the left. Next one should come up from the bottom. And the next one's going to flip in. So these animations will still work. That's great. Just makes it a little bit more interesting. Now my original, I made full width. For anybody that doesn't know how to do that, it's very simple. If we go back into our page here, I'm just going to go into the row itself, green tab for the row. I've taken away padding top and bottom on my section here. For instance, if I put in a new section, I didn't do that on this one. Just chuck a column in there. We'll just drag this one down into it. We can get rid of this top section there. That's what you'll probably have. So I'm going to go into the section. I'm going to take away any padding. Once in the section, spacing, padding, top and bottom. Just put a 0 in there, hit the chain. That'll do the bottom. I seem to have duplicated my row a couple of times. So we got rid of the padding there. Now we want to go into the row itself, the green tab, make this full width, design, sizing. Here's our width. I'm going to put 100 in there. I want to do the same for max width down below, 100, and either type in the percent sign or just choose percent here. We've now got a full width row. Now, if you wanted to make it full screen like mine was here, we want to go back to our slider. Just click on the slider. I'm going to go to design, sizing. I'm going to go down to actual minimum height here because we may want it a bit bigger on mobile, some smaller mobile phones. So I'm going to say min height 100. viewable height, VH. That's given us a full screen, full width slider there. And as you can see, that content's migrated itself down to the middle. Perfect. Now let's just make sure I didn't duplicate any other sections accidentally. Nope. Let's just check this out on the front end. Before I actually leave this here, one thing I would like to see them apply to this, and I don't know, it may be coming as we're still in the alpha state. I would like to see in the slider, in the design, a layout option and with the option for flex, so that when you've got content, such as an image or a video as well as it, usually it's lined up left and then the text on the right, you can flex and change the direction so you can make things any way around you want. Like I say, that may or may not be coming, but I would like to see it personally. So let's save draft, make sure this is all going to work on the front end. And we'll preview again. Now we've got a nice full width, full screen slider. There's in from the right, in from the left. Should come up from the bottom of the screen. And then this one's going to flip in along the x-axis, I believe. Fantastic. So there you go, guys. There's how to create a full width, full screen slider with a new Divi 5 theme. Pretty similar to the way we do it with Divi 4, but it's a great feature. But like I say, you can control those animations and make it do what you want it to do to some extent. And I'll put those down below for anybody who wants to copy and paste. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. As I keep mentioning, and I guess I'll keep mentioning this until it happens, I'll be doing less and less videos with Divi 4 now that the release of Divi 5 is coming up. But if you have any specific problems with Divi 4 or things that you need to know, let me know down below. I'll do my best to make a little demo video like this or explain it if I can. So once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.